Today on Public Eye News, new details are provided on the circumstances of NMU head football coach Shane Richardson's resignation. But first, new leadership is coming to the Michigan Air National Guard.
Colin Morrison will have your weather forecast for the next couple days. Later, JT DeMog will have today's sports breakdown. I'm Emma Maratz.
And I'm Luke Niddle. This is Public Eye News. A changing of the guard took place at the Michigan Air National Guard this week as the Department of Military and Veteran Affairs announced two leadership changes. Brigadier General Leah Velker and Lieutenant Colonel Lucas Freudenberg were both recently promoted this past month, each now overseeing a commander position. Brigadier General Volker is now commander of the 127th Wing and Selfridge Air National Guard Base, and Lieutenant Colonel Freudenberg is the commander of the Alpena Combat Readiness Training Center. Brigadier General Velker has over 20 years of service in the Michigan Air National Guard, most recently serving as the Deputy Commander of the Air National Guard. Lieutenant Colonel Freudenberg earned a master's degree in strategic studies from Army War College in 2024. And near Lake Mendota in Madison, Wisconsin, archaeologists have discovered 16 canoes entrenched in the lake bed. According to the Wisconsin Historical Society, the boats were found off of a former indigenous trail believed to be left there by local tribes as a means of free travel. Researchers first discovered a canoe in 2021, a 1,200-year-old boat under 24 feet of water. Several more were found in 2022, prompting professors at the University of Wisconsin-Madison to investigate more heavily into the site. The oldest of the 16 canoes has been dated to 5,200 years old, now the third oldest canoe ever discovered in North America. Researchers now are optimistic about finding a canoe from a drought the region of Wisconsin experienced approximately 7,000 years ago. And more schools are cracking down on smartphones, limiting them in class or banning them entirely. But one of the world's most digital nations is taking it further, planning a countrywide ban on phones in every public school starting next year. CBS's Tina Kraus reports.
To try and translate from Danish into English.
Each day, these students in Denmark have one assignment they cannot ignore, handing in their smartphones.
We saw a lot of students losing focus. We saw them lose concentration. They were mentally not really present in school.
Teachers say the distraction was so widespread, students' grades were dropping, prompting the Danish government to push for a nationwide ban on smartphones in all public schools, not just in class, but during breaks too.
At first, people were kind of like, oh, so annoying, you have to give your phone.
Lawmakers say the old school move slows the pace so students and teachers can keep up.
It's just a way to go a little bit backwards because we have been implementing too fast.
And advocates call the ban a win for students and educators.
Make it easier for the teacher to do what they're supposed to do, to teach, and also give children the freedom to connect offline.
Teens who used to spend recess glued to their phones say now they're really connecting.
Now we talk and sometimes also play board games and stuff.
Yeah. And in the classroom, learning is getting back on track.
I'm more focused because now we don't have something that keeps annoying us every now and then because somebody texts us.
After a phone-free day and students pick up their devices, teachers say they hope the lesson in real connection will stick. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
Denmark's countrywide ban is expected to take effect next year. Dozens of U.S. states have put policies in place banning smartphones in school. Now, over to Emma Maratz for our next story.
Thanks, Luke. New details have been released about the recent resignation of former Northern Michigan University head football coach Shane Richardson. On November 4th, it was announced that Richardson was being placed on administrative leave and had later resigned. Reasons for his administrative leave and resignation were not released due to privacy concerns. Public Eye News submitted a Freedom of Information Act request, and those documents were recently received. Among the documents acquired were Richardson's contract, salary, and letter of resignation. In addition, on November 19th, additional documents were released to TV6. Those documents revealed that an investigation by the NMU Athletic Department found Richardson had an altercation with a player, whose name is not being released. The university documents indicate a Superior Dome camera captured Richardson slapping one of his players. In the document, Richard is quoted as having said, "I'm not denying it happened, of course. As we say in football, the tape doesn't lie." Richardson also stated he would not condone this behavior of himself or coaches. He believes it was misinterpreted. NMU Athletic Director Rick Comley has stated that the university is in the process of searching for a new head coach. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with your weather and statewide news after this break.
Next time on the American Revolution, winter at Valley Forge.
Unless some great change takes place, this army must dissolve.
Alliances are formed.
The new United States represents an existential threat.
And the French enter the war.
Britain knows that Spain and the Netherlands may be next.
When the American Revolution continues.
Tonight at 9 on WNMU TV.
Welcome back. I'm Colin Morrison here with your Public Eye weather report for today. Now, first, we're going to the roof cam. See, not too much activity here on campus, but it's not raining anymore. Still a bit of cloud cover, though. Now, onto our statewide map. You're going to see a lot of fog, cloud, rain. Honestly, not the best weather. Starting in Houghton here, 43 degrees and foggy. Moving down to Ironwood, 41 and foggy. Iron Mountain, 40 and foggy. In Menominee here, 42 and cloudy, a little bit better. Now onto the other side of the map. Here in Escanaba, 42 and cloudy. Over in Manistee, 43 and rainy. Get your raincoats. 41 in the Sioux and cloudy. Now back to beautiful Marquette, 37 and foggy. Right now, winds coming from the southwest at 12 miles an hour, and our pressures 29.87 and falling. Tonight, it's going to get rainy, so get your weather protective gear if you're going out tonight. Low of 33, winds coming from the southwest at 15 miles an hour, and our moon phase is a new moon. Now moving on to tomorrow, it's going to be cloudy. High of 39, low of 32, winds coming from the southwest at 15 miles an hour. And looking ahead here, next 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, starting with Saturday here, we're going to see our good friends snow and rain. High of 38, low of 30. Then the sun comes back to get rid of it on Sunday. High of 45, low of 37. And on Monday, it's going to be partly sunny, 44 degrees at the high, 35 degrees at the low. Now that's all I have for weather here. Now back to the desk.
Thank you for that weather report, Carlin. Certainly a little melancholic outside today. Going now to some statewide news. The lifespan of a Michigan coal-based power plant has once again been extended by the Trump administration. While the J.H. Campbell power plant was supposed to shut down this May, the U.S. Energy Department claims emergency conditions require that the plant remain open due to electrical grid demand from the central portion of the U.S. Several climate activists and groups involved in the attempted overturn of the extensions argue that there is no energy emergency. Additionally, cost has become an issue in keeping the plant running, with Earth Justice lawyer Michael Leanoff noting that the, quote, costs of unnecessarily running this jalopy coal plant just continue to mount, end quote. The plant was opened in 1962 and requires over $80 million in net expenses just for the month of September. And Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel's child support unit has secured over $28 million in unpaid child support in just the fiscal year of 2025. Since the establishment of the unit in 2003, over $450 million has been recovered, going directly towards supporting over 31,000 children in the state. The main focus of the division is to find those who are financially capable of making payments but have not. Specifically, those who have accrued $5,000 in missed payments or 24 months of non-payment, whichever is the greater amount. Failure to pay child support on time in the state of Michigan is a felony, punishable by up to 4 years in prison and a $2,000 fine. And with 3D printing technology becoming so much more accessible, more young people are able to get their hands on ghost guns. These are guns that don't have serial numbers and can't be traced. Anna Schechter, the head of CBS News Crime and Public Safety Unit, spoke to the NYPD's Ghost Gun Czar about the push to keep them out of kids' hands and the growing online movement of people making them.
So this is what's called Not a Glock. It's one of the newest advances in the 3D printing community.
And that's just one type of ghost gun that young people have been getting their hands on.
The perpetrators that are shooting these 3D printed guns, trafficking them, making them, they're not coming up with the design. All they're doing is grabbing it once it's on open source and it's there for the world to download and to plug into their 3D printer.
Deputy Chief Courtney Nyland, the NYPD Ghost Gun Czar, says this technology is outpacing the laws meant to regulate it. And she's raising a red flag about a growing online community called 3D2A, where 2 stands for the Second Amendment.
It seems to be a place that attracts people with extreme views, whether it be far left, whether it be far right, whether it be completely anti-government.
I spoke to the Queens District Attorney, Melinda Katz, about what parents should be looking out for.
Unusual purchases on the internet, things that don't make sense, things that might be parts of a weapon or a gun, are clearly the things that parents should be watching out for. You need to know that it's a possibility of building these guns that are lethal just by buying parts on the internet. So looking out for that and having that knowledge is extremely important.
Now, laws regulating ghost guns vary state by state, but individuals in the 3D2A movement online are constantly staying not just 1 step, but 10 steps ahead of regulation. Anna Schechter, CBS News, New York.
Don't go anywhere. JT will be right back with your sports report after this break.
It's time to go to work.
It's the defining event of our history.
This is the story of modern war and how it's changing us.
We've opened the secrets of the universe.
We can do remarkable things together.
We have never wasted our time together.
Be not afraid of greatness!
Mission accomplished.
Hello, I'm JT DeMog, here to bring you today's sports breakdown. Starting it off on the court, the Northern Michigan University women's volleyball team fell to the University of Wisconsin-Parkside 3-1. The Wildcats came out strong, narrowly winning set 1, when the Parkside Rangers answered, winning a close second set, 25-19, a grueling 25-23 third set victory, and a chippy 25-22 fourth set, securing the upset over the 3-seeded Wildcats. The Cats hit for 11%, their lowest total in 12 matchups, while Mackenzie Groner ended her career with a team-high 12 kills. Staying in the Vanderbilt Arena, the 5-0 Northern Michigan University women's basketball team debuts at home today with a pair of games this weekend. The Wildcats are ranked 15th in this week's Women's Basketball Coaches Association poll, the highest rank since number 3 in 1997 and 1998. They open play tonight at 5:30 p.m. against the St. Cloud State Huskies. NMU is currently outscoring opponents 70-51, while also grabbing 41 rebounds per game. J.C. Weisbrod leads the team with 17.4 points per game. These two teams faced off once last season, with Northern getting the edge, winning 63-52. And sliding things over onto the ice, the Wildcats hockey team hits the road again and will face the CCHA-leading Bemidji State. The Wildcats, who haven't played since their series with Michigan Tech a few weekends ago, have yet to pick up a point this season. Although the Wildcats are winless on the year, head coach Dave Shayak feels confident in the progress of his team through the tough start of the season. The Beavers are 5-1-2 in the CCHA and have picked up 17 points on the year. The Beavers are coming off a split series against Michigan Tech, where they won a shootout and lost in overtime. Puck drop is 8:07 p.m. and 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time this Friday and Saturday night. That's all I have for sports. Now back to the desk.
Thanks, JT. Luke, how are you thinking about hockey?
I'm feeling good. It's definitely going to be a tough task trying to pick up a point against Bemidji State, but I think they'll be able to do it. Or you have one more story for us, though.
I do. There will be a forum meeting for Marquette Interfaith on November 25th at the Marquette Hope Connection Center. This meeting is for anyone of any faith and is focused on giving thanks. There will be a small service with people of different faiths and food there as well. The forum is from 6 to 7:30 and it is free for all.
Well, with that, we're out of time here on Public Eye News Today. I'm Luke Niddle.
And I'm Emma Moratz.
We'll see you tomorrow.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.